Find an actual item that we can select here. Oh, feature, sure. Okay. And live we shall be. There we go. Let's get everything set up here so I can monitor the chat at the same time. There we go. Already got someone to jump into the chat here. I see F face. Is that F short for face as well? Curious. That's right there. Live stream selected there. Okay. So now we are officially ready to roll with another live stream here from Aquadream, guys. Hopefully everyone is doing well today. It is a Tuesday, so you know what that means. It's time for tacos. Clearly, that's the most important thing we need to worry about right now. Is how am I gonna be able to grab a taco at some point at this day? I don't know, but hopefully we can make it happen. Just golden heart. It's just a golden heart joined the chat. Well, look at you. Don't you just have like the best love ever right there? Patricia Sexton, I see you there. We got a bunch of people. Rob, Ruben number 1, see there. Brendan, Alyssa, and Stitch. I guess we already know what the sequel is from Lilo. Then that's there's only one way to find out, right? I guess they have the insider information right there. We got a Disney insider in the chat over here. It's Alyssa and Stitch. Okay, good to know. Is it going to be like the U.S. version, right? Well, I guess technically, I mean like non-Hawaiian version, I should say. Big guys, I'm Kevin here from Aquadream USA. If you guys are new to us, we are a aquarium parts and aquarium dealer up here in the Great Northwest, specifically in the Seattle side of things. And today we're going to be talking about a lot of different things. We're going to be talking about our tanks, of course, because they are the best. Why wouldn't they be, obviously? And also we're going to talk about a lot of our different products. We also had a video go live today on all of our social platforms. If you guys missed that, I suggest go check it out. It's a video talking about the difference between tempered glass and acrylic glass and why the kind of glass that we use, tempered glass, is kind of the way to go when it comes to choosing what kind of glass you want for your tank. Rather, even though acrylic might be a little cheaper, it's a lot less durable, and that's why all of our tanks here have a nice durable tempered glass. And also kind of talk about like why our tempered glass is extra double special. But I'll leave the details to you guys on that one. Just go check out that video. But yeah, it's all we just uploaded today on all of our social platforms. And the other day we uploaded a video. Was it talking about our 260-gallon tank and what kind of benefits come from having a larger tank, right? Obviously, there are some really cool benefits and also there are some downsides to it, yes, to having a larger tank, but ultimately, it is going to be much more of a positive experience for you when it comes to having a large-scale tank. Hey, we got some people over in the YouTube side things. Freak and Connor, thanks for coming by the stream here. Hope you guys are having a good day today. Guys, if you're scrolling, I guess you probably found the stream scrolling through shorts, right? You found a live stream here, and you're like, oh, what the heck is this? Why am I getting a tank? And the guy is talking about aquariums. What is this Aquadream all about? Well, let me tell you, okay? You came to the right spot. You're obviously in the right side of the algorithm, right? If you're finding this type of live stream. Let me tell you. Because there's so many different places you can go when it comes to getting a live stream entertainment. But you came to the spot, the one and only spot to come for that. Because, obviously, we have the best aquariums. Might be a little biased in that opinion, but that's my thought about the whole process right there. And I've been uploading a ton of videos on the channel here, letting you know why. Okay? There's a lot of reasons why. It's not just one little silver bullet to get all the answers for you, but hopefully something you might be interested in. But Freak and Connor over there on the YouTube side of things, what you guys been up to today? How's your day going? I'm sure it's probably wrapping up for a lot of you out there. Live stream is just getting started. We do stream here every weekday, 6 p.m. to about 7:45 every single day. So you guys get a chance to check out what we do here. But yeah, we sell aquariums. We have aquarium products like a ton of different water pumps. If you're on TikTok, you probably can see the water pump that is currently featured on the TikTok shop right now on the bottom of the screen, if you guys are curious about that. Also on YouTube and Instagram, we have a lot of different shop items for you guys to check out. If you have any questions, if you want to check this out, feel free to do so. If you got any questions about them, feel free to let me know. That's what I'm here for. Chat with you guys, talking about Aquadream and everything that we do around here, right? What else we got in the chat here? The other Bella. What happened to the first Bella? That's my first question, really. What's that, Ma? Then we also have, oh my gosh, we got a ton of people kind of swooping in on the chat here. Oh my goodness, look at you guys. Big old Reef, I see you there in the chat. Welcome back, my friend. Back to chatting Reef content, talking about aquariums. We're doing our thing over here. You better believe it. The other Bella, I'm always the other one. Oh. No, Bella, you're the one and only in our hearts here at Aquadream, okay? You're not the other one here. You're the only one here. All right. Feel that? Just a little. Is that dating me with the millennial heart, or do I just do this? Is that what I just do now? You know. Like, don't worry, Bella. We got you covered. But I appreciate you coming by. We have a bunch of other people coming in too. Of course, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to tap like and follow. Helps us out a ton. Makes me look good in front of the boss as well. Just saying. And that's always a really good reason why, for job security reasons, why you should give a like and a follow. And I swear it'll be stuff you guys want to check out, because if the algorithm led you to here, that means you're somewhat interested in something like aquariums, fish related stuff, coral stuff, you know, pets, things like that. It's kind of what we do here, you know. Obviously we don't sell animals, but we do provide everything you need to house your animals. So there's also that as well. Also got jumping in the chat here. We got Dwayne. We also have Aubrey. For some reason, just the way you spelled it just makes me just think of like that meme in metal music where it's like so there's a scream technique in metal music called brie, but the way you spell it with like the two e's just makes me think of like the brie thing. Oh, whatever. Anyways, I'm getting too niche and way off topic here. What we can talk about though is definitely the aquariums. Hey, how about that? Let's do that, right? So we have this aquarium right here. This is our 175-gallon Reef aquarium. It's great for saltwater and freshwater aquariums, so depending on which one you prefer, you can rock either one. That's why we like to do here at Aquadream. Multi-purpose, multifaceted, making it super easy. Now, everything you see in this aquarium right here does come as the total package if you guys decide to take the plunge with us over here at Aquadream when it comes to picking up an aquarium, which you can find in our TikTok shop for all you TikTok people, or any other kind of little shops with Aquadream USA written on it as well. Just saying. I would say exactly where, but the TikTok algorithm would be very upset with me if I said anything else. They're always listening. They're not actually listening, but they're listening, if you know what I mean. There's a guy got Mustang in the chat right there. Daddy Reefer. I see what you did there. Hopefully the reefer is about coral, am I right? Anyways, I'm so freaking cringe. But yeah, with our aquariums here, they come with a nice little tempered glass right here. All of our aquariums have that, right? It's a 91.5% light transmittance, meaning that only 8.5% of the light that's going to be going through this aquarium is going to be either absorbed or reflected in some kind of way. Meaning, so if you have a higher light transmittance, meaning, guys, that the glass will visually be clearer and be much easier to appreciate the animals you have in your little aquarium right here. Oh, yeah, we got some else up here. Ops, if I pronounce it correctly. I need to unclog my toilet. Oh, well, I mean, more power to you, I guess, man. That sounds like a you problem, man. I don't know what to tell you on that one. That's kind of up to you. I don't know what else to say to that. You know, plunger always works pretty well with that. Anyways, though. Can't believe it. Why did I even read that out loud? I'm such a dyslexic little dumbass sometimes. Appreciate the like there. Hey, if that gets likes, then I'll talk about it all day long then. Anyways, so yeah, like with all of our aquariums here, they come with this nice, real nice tempered glass, strong, sturdy type of glass, much better than acrylic, which is a video we uploaded just today on our YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram channels, talking about why acrylic glass, honestly, while cheaper, maybe a little bit easier to work with, it's not going to be as durable, not going to last you as long compared to a nice tempered glass like we have right aquí here for those people who don't speak Spanish. And so having a nice tempered glass means that it's going to last you much longer as well. It's going to be far more durable. It's going to be resistant against like fingerprints, scratches, any kind of erosion, or any kind of issues that you might have with like water acidity or anything like that. That's where you want to get some tempered glass. It's going to last you a long time. I believe the current year range that we have listed on our website is 20 years worth of enjoyment of with this tank right here. So this glass is going to be very strong, very sturdy, and going to be built to last for a very long time. So keep that in mind when you're checking out your tanks right here from Aquadream. Nice, high quality stuff. This is a rimless, frameless build as well when it comes to all of our reef aquariums. We do also have aquariums that do have like a nice little rim and stuff like that attached to it, which is actually right behind you guys on the other side of your cameras right here, which we'll talk about a little bit later in this live stream as well. So when it comes to our aquariums here, like I said, this is our 175 gallon reef aquarium, where it has a couple of overflow valves, as you can see right here, going in action right here, refiltering that water back up into the system to make sure that is the healthiest, cleanest, and freshest water for our little fishies out here, right? And so, you have a bearded dragon. Well, awesome job, man. Congratulations. You have a bearded dragon like in an aquarium or like an with an atrium? What's the ones that don't have water called? Is it still an aquarium? I don't know. Hey, what's up, Jack? What are you doing there, dog? This fish right here, this guy likes the camera. Like, you always like, every time on live stream, he just kind of comes in and goes like, hey, what you doing? You're doing a little live stream, I see. Do you happen to have any more of those fish snacks, right? I'm like, yes, but later. Come on, man. Anyways, though, also when it comes to our tanks right here, they also come with a nice filtration system. Hopefully you guys might be able to see this on stream. Hopefully. If you can't, let me know, and then I'll say tough luck. But anyways, you can see it comes with a filtration system. It's not the cleanest system that we have right here, but it works. It gets the job done. Makes it so maintaining your tank is far easier than you might think it would be. It takes a little bit of process to set up, but once you get it all set up, put together, running cleanly and efficiently, it makes owning an aquarium that much easier, right? So you spend more time appreciating your aquarium than maintaining and not appreciating the extra effort that might go into something like this, you know? But anyways, if you guys are new to the channel, I just want to say thank you for coming by. My name's Kevin. We're here at Aquadream, right here. Aquadream. We're doing a lot of stuff here when it comes to any kind of aquarium owning, any type of products that go along with it, like say like you want a little water pump, got you covered right there. Do you need a little wave maker? Got you covered right there. Or do you even just need like a little bit of some filter media? Got you covered here as well. And of course I've got tons of aquariums if you guys are curious about that as well. But of course, the fact you guys want to come by here and hang out, greatly appreciated. There's a million things you can do online. The fact you want to spend your time here is always very appreciated. So thank you all so very much. If you want to give me a like and a follow, just help me out a little bit. Makes me look good in front of the boss. It gives me a little job security, just saying. Anyways, though, we can kind of roll back into what we're talking about here when it comes to our filtration system here. So the filtration system that we have, at least for like this aquarium right here, you'll see later on the stream, we get a chance to sit down and feed the fish here, that it does actually a very good job of clearing out that extra debris, right? Because there's always like a little bit of extra food that you kind of put within your aquarium, right, that they just don't eat or don't get at right away, that you don't want that stuff kind of building up and kind of creating, an unhealthy environment for your fish, right? You want that stuff to be, crystal clear, top notch, the best water possible for your animals, because obviously you want to give them a nice little home, right? Nice little comfortable place to kind of hang out and live. not have to worry about the stresses of the real world environments. They get to be nice little captive fishies for you all. Well, when it comes to having a good filtration system, it is crucial because if you have any leftover food or any kind of waste or any kind of byproducts from like your animals or your plants or anything like that kind of floating around that water, if you don't have a good filtration system, that's what's going to linger around. It's going to build up. It's going to be gross, nasty. You don't want to see that. Ain't nobody got time for that, right? So that means you're going to want to have to clean it a lot more, get more manually involved, which means you're just going to not have as much time to enjoy your aquarium. You're going to have to be forced into, well, spending more time maintaining than appreciating your tank. And that's something you don't want to have happen, right? So that's why we have our filtration systems that come with all of our tanks right here. Top-notch, high-quality stuff. Trust me, the water's going to stay nice and clean for you here. Like, for example, this tank right here that we have is it really just kind of sits in this office room the whole time. And, people will come by. They'll feed the fish a little bit. Sometimes a minor maintenance here or there, maybe once every few days or so, but nothing too crazy, right? Because all the heavy lifting is being done by the sump filtration system with all of our aquariums here. And so it makes it just way easier to just appreciate your animals, right? Exactly. And so all of our tanks also come with, apologies for that. Also, all of our aquariums here do come with a light system for you guys to enjoy. For this one right here, we have our reef lights. When it comes to all of our other types of lights, for different types of aquariums, we do have this one right here as well. Our lights do come with a controller, so you have the chance to adjust it how you like, right? The brightness, the intensity, the color of them. Like for this one, for example, our lights right here, there's set to like a nice purpley kind of blue vibe to the whole thing, right? But you can change it up a little bit to make it so that you can change up when it comes to like the color of it, the intensity of it. You can also change the functionality of it, have it be a day-night cycle kind of thing, something like that. Whatever works for your boat, whatever floats your boat. No pun intended, but now I kind of like that as a pun right now. And so you can also adjust these. You can adjust the height, you can adjust the reach, and also the angle of these lights as well when it comes to setting up your aquarium exactly how you like. Now, if you like just this light itself, you can also just pick it up. Or if you want to pick up an entire tank, you do get 5% off your first purchase with us here at Aquadream. Just letting you know. What's up? Do you remember me? Oh, yes, of course I remember you. Now, for some reason, I saw the only problem is that I can't read your name. I recognize your profile picture, though. Your profile name is coming up as like an X, like you have like a emoji as like your username or something. I can't remember exactly what the username was, but I definitely remember that face. So I would call you by your username, but your username is showing up as like a letter that can't be presented on desktop. So I'm sorry. But I recognize the profile picture over there on TikTok. So thanks for coming back. I appreciate it. Thank you. If you want to refresh me what your name is, it'll probably help me out a lot as well when it comes to, setting it up just right or remembering properly. Wasn't it like it had like a J or a G in it or something like that for your first name? I remember you had like a full username, and it looks like you recently changed it to just like a emoji or something. I think we talked about how to convince your mom to get you a tank, right? Okay, yeah, see right there, yeah, exactly, yeah. Now I remember that discussion. Did you happen to look into it, or kind of help? Did any of the suggestions help by any chance from last time you were checking out tanks, or still kind of building the case to then talk to your mom about it? My mom got it for me. Let's go! Hey, let's go. Life advice with Kevin. How about that? That's awesome. Congrats on the tank. Did some of the suggestions help right there when it comes to like I know how to do it, I know what to do, and all that kind of stuff? The water is preparing. Awesome. That's great to hear. Any idea of any kind of fish you want to add into it or anything like that? Or any kind of animals you're looking to add into it? Appreciate the coming in with that update. I was kind of curious, like, did he get that tank? I don't know, man. What are the best and cheapest fish for a 15-gallon? I mean, for a 15-gallon, you're going to have to go with something kind of on the smaller side of things, right? So like a goldfish, can't go wrong with that. they're super durable animal, right? They're not too picky when it comes to water temperature or quality and things like that. Obviously, you want to make sure it's good quality water for them. But goldfish can't go wrong. I know it might be a little boring, but they are a very strong fish, if that's the way to put it. Like they're not too picky about their environments. I've seen a lot of people for small fish. I see tetras are very common animals for a small aquarium. Um, I go as far as saying guppies? Let me check this out real quick. Juan Hernandez, thanks for coming by the live stream. Appreciate you. Let me see here real quick. Let's pull up let's see, best small aquarium fish. Beta fish are a good one as well. Just know that with a beta fish, the male beta fish, and sometimes the female beta fish, are very territorial. So if you gotta, you're going for saltwater aquariums, that's also okay. That's also important to know. Okay, yeah. Let's see here, best. Let's see, salt water fish. Okay. Clownfish are a good one. We do have a clownfish up in here. He's been swimming his best life over here. That's a good one. What else we have here? A royal grama. We do have a royal grama in here as well. He's kind of in hiding at the moment. Oh, there he is. Wait, no, that's a different one. Royal grama. Gramma. It's like, think of like grandma, but just without the D, basically. Or N. So that's what I go with. I can't. Oh, whatever it is with that, he popped out. There's our little grandma right there. He's doing just fine over there. What's another really popular one I've seen around? Or actually, he could be also a Grammatide. Could be that as well, but yeah, one of those. But yeah, I'd say a clownfish. You can't go wrong with the clownfish, right? Especially since, if you've ever seen Finding Nemo, it kind of gets you a little bit of a vibe right there as well. People are like, oh, I've seen that one. You can talk about your little fish. Just kind of swimming and vibing around in there. What else we got in here? This one suggests a firefish, but this thing looks massive. Take best small salt water aquarium fish. We also have a blue-green chromis, if I pronounced that correctly. If anyone in the chat knows better, but you got like that kind of fish right there as well. That would be a pretty good one to pick up. Pretty much anything that's kind of small, not too crazy, right? Not too intense looking. You should be able to handle any kind of environment just fine right there. A cardinal fish? I don't know about that one. Yeah, that one looks kind of big for a 15-gallon. What else we got here? But yeah, a royal grama, I think would be right here. This kind of fish right here. I think that you can't go wrong with that one for a small tank. For saltwater. I think you got a good choice right there with that one. So yeah, hopefully that gives you some suggestions of what to check out. Ultimately, I think you just kind of did a little bit of a Google search and pulled up and said like, oh, okay, that one looks pretty good. Not every single one of them were good suggestions, but I think pretty much, but you can kind of judge on that as well when it comes to the 15 gallons. 15 gallons kind of small, right? It's kind of a little tabletop thing, so you probably only have like 2, maybe 3 different fish within like a 15-gallon before it gets like too packed in there, right? Of course, it depends on the size and the type of fish, right? Like if they're like fish, right? Like if you get just like clownfish, then you might be able to hold a little more, just because they're the same type of fish, they get along a little better with each other than like different types of fish might be a little more territorial or something like that. That's something to keep in mind, especially with a smaller tank. That keep in mind of like how friendly that species of fish are, or how territorial they might be. Um, like for example, like a lot of our smaller fish here, like our or like this royal grandma right here, or like this clownfish that we have, they're totally chill. They don't really get in anybody's way. They vibe with everybody here. Some of our larger fish, like our blue tang, can be a little territorial, and he can be a little pushy, especially when food is involved. Y'all better move, okay? Because George is going to grab his. I call him George. He's going to get his eat. All right, he's going to get his food, right? So I think it's a really important thing to keep in mind when it comes to different types of fish. I think you want to focus on like a smaller kind of breed of fish, just so then you can have multiple ones and also not have them be so crammed in there, and also have an opportunity to socialize, right? Because ultimately, fish like to hang out together, right? They're a schooling type of, or like they're like a pack. I guess you call it a pack, but technically it's a school, like a schooling animal, right? I guess that's the way to put it. That they like to kind of hang out together. So you want to get kind of like-sized fish so they can kind of vibe together properly. If that makes sense, hopefully. But yeah, hopefully that helps you out when it comes to any kind of suggestions when it comes to what type of fish to pick up. Do you think angelfish could live there? An angelfish? I mean, let's see. How big are angelfish? Just so I make sure I know I'm remembering properly. Angelfish. Angelfish. How big is an angelfish? Depends, obviously. If it's like a smaller one, like an angelfish, like look how small this little guy is, right? Like something like that. Yeah, you'd be fine with that, you know. Like you can see like his size compared to like the gravel right there. It's kind of focusing on my face a little bit right there, but you can kind of see something like that could work. But like something like, you know, something like that could be a little big for a 15-gallon. Of course, I'm trying to like visualize how big like a 15-gallon is, you know. But that one really kind of depends on the size of the fish, right? Like right here as well, you can kind of get another example of like the different size of angelfish, right? That one, yeah, so that one's very dependent on exactly the species. I'm sure there's some smaller ones you can probably fit in there, right? Like you can see, for example, like on this image right here as well, there's a ton of little ones. Like these guys, yeah, they'll work out just fine. Oh, you're just curious if they would work within salt water? Let's see. Yeah, angelfish can be either fresh or saltwater fish. Freshwater angelfish belong in the genus blah 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 blah. Natural habitat these angelfish. That one, well, it seems like I guess there's species of angelfish that could do saltwater and some that could do freshwater. Again, I think that also kind of comes down to the type of fish you're looking at specifically, right? And I think like if you're like pick up at a pet shop or something like that, then that's something like an expert over there could like directly answer about this specific species. Because there is one I really like and it has circles around its body. Circles around its body. Let's see, angelfish. So like angelfish. Circle pattern or something like that, right? I mean, does it kind of look like this right here? Because if that's the case, I think that one might be a little bit on the big side of things, but yeah. Okay, yeah, so yeah, that is the right one. If I remember correctly, he's about the size of this angelfish that we have over here in our tank. Very similar type of fish. A 15-gallon for that guy might be a little bit on the small side of things. Again, I'll need to confirm that exactly, like how big 15 gallons really can be. But I think that could work out. Maybe I might get like one or two, maybe, or something like that. I think, yeah, that could work. This one is definitely my favorite fish out of the group here, though. He's very friendly. likes to hang out, looks cool as well, looks great doing it. So yeah, I'd say that's probably that could definitely work as well. Again, like I said, like for any kind of specific animal, I would definitely suggest if you're going to like a pet shop or something like that, just don't be afraid to ask. No question is there's never a bad question, right? I should say. And so I would say that's definitely something to keep in mind when it comes to your animals you want to pick up, right? And I think it'd be fair to know, like, if you see that fish, go like, hey, I have a 15-gallon tank. Could this fish work well for my tank? And they go like, well, do you have like any kind of this or that? Like, I'm sure you're probably going to fill up with like some rocks and some plants and things like that as well, right? Could you feed the fish? Oh yeah, sure. We can feed the fish now. Why not? Let's have some fun. Let's go crazy. Let's get some snack on. Right? Let me move the cameras around a little bit here, so we get you guys all set up properly. It's time for a feeding frenzy. I will say that out of all of our fish, that this angelfish here, he's probably the one a little bit more aggressive than some of the other ones. But that's because he actually can eat some of the bigger food, so he's kind of more about that kind of life, I guess, in the way. So make sure that we're all kind of in shot here, and I'm not like looking too weird when it comes to the angles we're working with here. That should be good right there. Yeah, something like that. Well, hey, what's up? You're gonna be the star of the show here, Jack. Yeah, I'm talking to you. It's like he knows. It's like he's like a dog. He'll just kind of come over to the window, like whenever I get close. He's like, "Oh, hey, do you have any of those treats?" And could I zoom the phone? Oh yeah, sure, we can do that. Here, I'll just pick you up. How about that? I'll just pick you up right here. Hey, how you doing? Right? Actually here. Let me grab some food first, and then I'll pick you guys up to check it out. So, I would say a fish this size as well, you probably want to feed pellets more than anything else. We've tried, we do have some fish flakes, but he doesn't really seem too interested in those. Actually, leave it there. You're like, oh, it's too close. But we like to feed like these type of pellets right here. Hopefully it comes through on camera. Hopefully you guys can see that. So these are kind of like the smaller size pellets that we like to feed him. Right there. This is labeled as a red parrot food, but it kind of just whatever, fish food's fish food kind of thing. You don't have to get this brand specifically, but it's more about like pellet sizes they seem to really enjoy. Where like fish flakes are a little too small for them, and they don't really go too crazy for them. But let's get you guys snacked up here, right? Dinner time, boys. All right, let's get you go. Well, I knocked my hand, and all the food just hit on the floor. Okay. Let's try that again. Without spilling everything. How about that, right? Just drop this off right here. All right, boys. It's feeding time. You see him get going right here. So our blue tang, George, gets really aggressive when it comes to food. And Jack right here, he'll sneak up eventually. I think our tank is going through a little bit of like a filtration system kind of vibe right now. There you go. There it goes. There you go. You got it. The funny thing is you might be able to hear like a little bit of a pop sound. Because they swim up and just go whap right to it. He's getting lost a little bit in the bubbles right there. Come on, Jack. I'm trying to put on a show for you, for the stream here, guys. Come on. You see him guys snipping around at things. There you go. Thank you. Get this on camera. I'm trying to make a good live stream, okay? Can you do that for me? Selfish, man. No pun intended on that one. No pun intended, but shellfish. Selfish. Alright, that's shellfish, okay? Don't get too wild on it. But yeah, I think it's they're a little bit less little less showmanship on this one, just because I think our tank's currently going through a bit of a like a filtering process right now. You see a lot of extra air bubbles and stuff like that, so it kind of makes it a little cloudy on the stream here. Also, I just see I've got a bunch of likes coming in through on the stream. Thank you guys all so much for coming by. Tap and like, really do appreciate it. If you guys want to know what we do here, we're Aquadream, aquadreamusa.com. We do a lot of different things here when it comes to aquarium owning types of stuff. We can, like, when it comes to owning an aquarium, or different types of filtration systems, or really just any kind of hardware related stuff when it comes to an aquarium. Got you covered right here with all this good stuff. Like if you need a pump, you need a protein skimmer, you need a whole new tank, we got you covered here, you know? So yeah, feel free to give us a follow, give us a like. Really does go a long way. Really does help us out a lot. Helps us out a lot. Devil Dog Fighter, thanks for coming by the live stream. Hope you're doing great. They're going crazy. These guys are hungry. They want a snack. So hopefully you're able to see our angelfish in action, getting some snack on right now. There's a bunch of food up here that they're just kind of like ignoring at the moment. I think once they see it, they'll be able to go for it. Usually what I need to do for a lot of the fish here, I just need to get like one little like a teaspoon of pellets. Ends up feeding pretty much this entire tank just fine. Actually, probably what I should do is also for our little clownfish friend. I can tell he's hungry. He's trying to eat the pellets, but they're a little too big for him. So I also like to do a combination of the food pellets along with some tropical fish blend right here as well. It's been a little more bite size for our little clownfish friend over here. Which, by the way, in the chat there, asking about feeding the fish and stuff like that. For something small like a clownfish, I definitely suggest flakes. But let's give this guy some snacking here as well. It's not just for the big boys. There we go. And I might have put a little too many of the flakes in there, but luckily our filtration system is so fantastic. Let me tell you. Oh my gosh. The filtration is so on point. You'd be like, wow, it's so filtered. So fantastic. And I'd be like, I know, right? Oh my god. It's so filtered. So fantastic. It's amazing. It's so well done. Oh my gosh. But you might be like, Kevin, there's so many leftover bits of food. There's so many pellets. You made your tank a mess. Like, hi, joke's on you. We got that sump filtration system up in this bee right here. It's going to be clean within like 30 minutes. You won't even notice anything. Let me tell you. But you can see also what some of the food flakes have kind of been absorbed by the water right here. They start floating down a little bit, and some of our smaller fish kind of get a chance to pick out some goodies that are kind of floating around in here. There we go. So yeah, that's kind of what we do in here at Aquadream. Feeding little fishies, showcasing the tanks in action, all that good stuff, you know. Actually, let me check out one thing, make sure we got like enough water going on in there. Oh yeah. I think tomorrow I definitely need to. Oh, sorry about the booty cam right there. This isn't an OnlyFans stream, I swear. This is at, I think tomorrow I'm going to fill this up with a little bit of water as well, just because over time it does evaporate a bit as well when it comes to like that transfer of water going from the tank into the system, coming back out. You know, it just, over time, you know, water evaporates. And so then It's important to make sure you keep filling it back up with some more water right there, just to make sure it keeps a nice, fresh, and healthy environment for all the little guys in this stream. You know. But yeah, I guess it also brings up a good point here, since we're having a nice little fireside type chat with our little animals here. We can start talking about some of the other stuff that we have. Like, for example, we have, well, actually, you can see, you might have missed this on our last live stream, that this is actually looking pretty good when it comes to like how crystal clear the glass is, right? Well, it wouldn't be so crystal clear if it would, actually, it is that crystal clear because we got this thing right here. It's a fish tank magnetic brush that does a great job of just quickly scrubbing off any kind of gunk or anything that can build up. I'm covering up the logo here. But yeah, any one of these kind of fish tank brushes do a great job of just kind of scraping off anything that's on the glass of the tank, right? Because eventually the buildup does happen, right? There's no other way really around it. So it's important to make sure you keep things nice and clean, and the best way to do that is with these brushes. Super quick and easy, adjustable way to clean things up. But so you can see, like right here on this side, it's kind of almost like these two sides are like a Velcro shoe. If you guys remember those, right? Where like this half right here, it's much more like a Velcro type of texture. Right here, this actually helps out a lot when it comes to getting that gunk off. This will help kind of scrape things off a little bit. But this is where the heavy lifting happens with this right here. And this half is just kind of like a nice like fuzzy, almost like, reminds me a lot of like the whiteboard erasers on here, which would be something that would be, so it's great. So against like when you're kind of moving against your glass, you're not scratching it essentially, right? And the great thing about it is that the magnet, is very strong. I caught myself off guard a little bit there, where you can see right here, like the only part that's touching is really like this section right here. I can shake this all I want, and it's not coming off because the magnet on this thing is so strong. In fact, it's so strong we actually kind of busted this one a little bit right here because the two halves accidentally touched together, and I tried prying it open and it just wouldn't come undone. And I'm like a 6'4", like relatively average strength guy, so you can kind of guess like how strong the magnet is on this thing. That we actually had to get like a Phillips screwdriver, and my boss tried to screw it, using a flathead screwdriver to kind of wedge in there to kind of open it up, but he used the wrong angle and kind of popped off the top instead. But luckily we don't have to. Luckily, it still functions just fine now. But you can see, like, yeah, this thing ain't moving anywhere. Do you have any tank spec recommendations for salt water? Ooh, good question. I mean, ultimately, is it Brayan, if I pronounce that correctly? Appreciate you coming by. Ultimately, it kind of, at least for us here at Aquadream, the only difference that would come from like a saltwater aquarium is for us, it's just size and color. So that really kind of just depends on what that's a bigger question really when it comes to saltwater or freshwater, because I know that this aquarium, if not all of our aquariums, could do either freshwater or saltwater. So, like I said, the bigger question would then be for us. Then would just be, what's your budget? Looking like, because we have tanks ranging all the way down from 39 gallons up to 500 gallons, and pretty much everything in between. So, if you're curious about what's best for you, I say definitely check out our TikTok shop. We have a lot of different options on there. And if you have any specific questions about a tank that we have, feel free to let me know in the chat. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a tank recommendation, I'm gonna have to recommend our brand, Aquadream. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't. If I was like, a really good saltwater tank, even though we sell freshwater tanks, and ours are really well done. You should go with this other brand, though. No. Like, that's not how this works. No. That's not how this works. Aquadream sells tank? Yes, we do. We sell tanks and products related to tanks. Air stones, brushes, pumps. Literally any type of hardware you need to get your tank up and running, we sell it here. That's on our TikTok shop. AquadreamUSA.com as well. How long have you been keeping Aquariums. Keeping like how long we've had this aquarium running. Well, I was recently. That's my 4th week here, so I'm not quite sure exactly how old this tank has been running. But our company of Aquadream has been running business since 1999. If that means anything to you guys, I don't know. Personally, how long have I been keeping aquariums? Well, see, for me, since I'm the social media manager here, guys, so I'm like the guy who's here to try to make engaging content about our aquariums, our products, and try to get people interested and re-engage in the audience that we have, or at least find an audience to get engaged with. And so I haven't really had that much of an opportunity to be able to have my own personal aquariums and stuff like that, just because I'm poor. No, because it just hasn't been like a financial priority for me, I guess is the way to really phrase it. And so personally, I don't have one of these tanks at home, but I do. I did own a goldfish for quite a few years when I was younger. More specifically, I think I was like in middle school. It's such a wild story to think about. This is back in the 90s when things were wild back then. They just would hand out goldfish to children for throwing a ball in a cup. Like, it's looking back, I'm like, I can't believe that actually happened. Just because, like, you're literally just handing an animal life to a child, and you go, hopefully it stays alive. It's like, now looking back, I'm like, oh man. Like, I kept good care of my fish. He stayed alive for a good 5-6 years. And it was like, I came back from like a vacation trip that we did, and then things weren't so great. But I didn't have anything for him either. We got like a fish bowl from like the Petco down the street. Got some water sanitizing stuff as well, water treatment stuff. And he just kind of swam in that little fish bowl for years. And it was good. I remember people asking me, like, what's your name of your fish? I'm like, I don't have a name for my fish. He's just my fish. He's my fish in my bowl. I think you would enjoy a nano reef. I've been seeing a lot of things about the nanos. Those seem to be really popular, where they're kind of like, a nice little tabletop aquarium, right? They don't take up too much space, especially nowadays, since, space and living spaces are getting smaller for us, because, rent and that kind of stuff just keeps going up, Snaky girls in the chat. But this is aquariums, though. Technically a snake could go in an aquarium if you just don't add water to it. I don't know. Maybe a girl who enjoys snakes could also enjoy fish. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Am I doing that? But, I've been seeing some stuff about the nano tanks, like nano reef tanks and stuff like that. Those would be kind of nice as well. What's it like? Let's look up a picture of this right here. Like nano reef tank, reef fish, or reef tank. There we go. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of this stuff, especially like the nano cubes. I've seen a lot of that around. A 25-gallon AIO is only $199. Oh, that's actually a pretty good combo right there. Yeah, you got like these, oh, it's a little too large on the screen here. Let's look this up. So, 25-gallon nano reef tank. At Petco, it's selling for like $600. I don't know where you're getting that figure, the 200 figure from. I see a Petco 28-gallon for $500. Chewy's got 32 for $429. So close to being dank. Apologies, I had to. It's my ADD 12-year-old brain kicking in right there. My apologies. Like, just talking about like the tank itself, without any kind of filtration or anything like that, or the whole system. Because I see a 25-gallon aquarium right here for just around $300. Not trying to undercut where you work, but Innovate Marine is the one with them. Gotcha, yeah. No, yeah, especially with like well, we don't have any aquariums smaller than 39. That's our smallest one that we offer. It's a different type of vibe, right? With our aquariums compared to like the nanos, two completely different things, right? With ours, are much more like almost kind of like a centerpiece kind of thing that would go in someone's house, right? Where like a nano tank's kind of like a nice little like thing you put on top of a shelf or on top of like a table or something like that, right? You know, where like our aquariums are kind of built to be like a centerpiece kind of thing, if that makes sense, you know? Oh, hey, easy there, guys. Easy there. Easy there, guys. There's plenty of room in the tank, okay? Easy there, guys. Don't need to get so aggressive with each other. Come on. Yeah, man. Maybe I should just bring it up to the boss. Like, hey, we should invest some in some nano tanks. Those are really popular now. You know. Of course, we're trying to move some of the tanks that we already have right now to add more on top. It would be kind of a wild proposition, but you never know. You never know, right? But yeah, I've been seeing a lot about the those nano tanks, and they're really popular. But like I said, I haven't been financially set well enough to be able to jump into something like that as of recently. But hopefully things will level out a little bit more. Well, with the economy, it lowers the barrier of entry. Very true, right? And I'm sure it's kind of one of those things as well where like once you jump into it, you start getting into the hobby, you build up that hobby, right? That makes you want to like do more with what you can with the hobby as well, to where you actually want to level up more, right? We see this all the time with other types of hobbies, like say for like golfing, for example, or like any kind of sport, like say like for example for me would be like golf. I haven't golfed in years, but like you can everyone always starts up with like an entry level setup, right? It's not the best, but it gets you out there, it gets you doing the thing, right? And if you really are enjoying it, then you go, okay, what's the next level? How can I progress? How can I level up my hobby even more and get to the next level? That's where I think kind of like where Aquadream we kind of sit in. We're not really an entry level setup, but we're a great like enthusiast build kind of thing, if that makes sense. And that's things kind of where we're currently sitting at when it comes to like the market that we're looking for right now. Because yeah, entry level stuff, you can get like a 5, 10, 20 gallon tank right from someplace somewhere, for a couple $100. But it's kind of like if you want to take that next step, that's where kind of like where Aquadream comes in. So for people that want to do the hobby but don't have hundreds for a big tank, yeah, exactly. But we do have payment plans. There's also that as well. It's an all-in-one. Like you have to drop thousands of dollars or $1,000+ on like the rip, right? There's payment options we can do as well when it comes to our tanks. And also the shipping is really nice on it too. It's free shipping, and it's 3 to 7 business days within the 48 states. So there's also a little bit of that as well. And plus, we also have really good customer service. If you call us, you'll actually call a person, not a robot. That's always a plus. Yeah, you can never undervalue some good customer service. I always find customer service to be a really good thing to find, to be part of. Dominic's in the chat. What up, Dominic? It's been a hot minute last time we saw you in the chat. How you been, dude? Dominic wasn't the gar bit me? You got bit by your fish? Bro, what? No. You picked up some violent fish? Kind of made up my mind on the next DT. But I know a girl with y'all's tank. Maybe the fish bit you. Would it be would it be Mamie, if I pronounced it correctly, right? Was it Mamie, like Mamie Reef or something like that her name is? She has one of our tanks out there. She makes a lot of content like on Instagram and TikTok specifically. I mean, it's a nice way, but you're better at this than the last guy. Oh, wow. Yes, Mamie. Yeah. Hey, that's good job security right there, Reef. Hey, you're a long-time viewer then. I appreciate it. Oh, well, hey, I'm gonna take a screenshot of that right now and just send it to my boss. Be like, hey, this is why I deserve a raise. All right. I'm literally taking a screenshot of that right now. And I'm saving it on my desktop. I'll save it to my desktop so like when any day I'm feeling down, just be like, you're better. That's, yeah, Mamie's awesome. She's great. She makes fun content as well. You know, like I said, I'm not, like I said, like I haven't really been too much into like reef and aquarium content, but she makes it fun. It's also cute when she brings her kid in. They just have, you can tell she's just having fun with it. And that's the most important thing about social media. It's being that you find someone who is, you're just looking for actual people doing actual things that you like, you know? And so that's something I'm trying to bring with Aquadream here with our setup is that like I want to show like real people, real tanks doing real things and not trying to like be so much of just like a salesman, but much more pointing people in the right direction, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of what social media is for, because you know, people go to social media because you want to talk, you want to see like what your people are that you like following are up to. You know, what are they doing? You know, what's the next bit of content that they're making? You know, you're not really going on the social media to get like an ad for like aquariums. You know. Have a better day, cause Reef Daddy says so. Yes, absolutely. That actually did make my day. That makes me feel a lot better. That might be one of the nicest things someone said to me. Ah, no, I'm just kidding. Right, try to readjust some camera angles here. I think they're looking a little iffy. There we go. But you know, I just try to, and also the thing is like I just try to make it engaging for you guys and just chat with you because I feel like that's one of the things about like live streaming is that you want to be able to. It's not really about the thing that you're actually doing. That's what brings people in. But what keeps people, like I think from my experience, what engages people the most is just being able to talk with people online and just engage with them, right? So it's almost kind of like a center hub of just being like people have similar hobbies or talk shop about things can come together in a singular location. It's kind of like a meetup point, really, if you know what I mean, like a meet and greet kind of group thing. If that kind of makes sense, you know what I mean? And that's kind of how I view it. You know, I'm not trying to, you know, I mean, obviously, if I help progress someone to a purchase of an item that we have, great, looks great on me, right? The boss will like that a lot. But of course, I don't want to just be on here going like, our tank is made out of this. It's made out of aluminum. It has a glass made out of this. And it has a 91%, 0.5% light transmittance, which means crystal clear experience that you're like, snooze, boring, get me out of here. I don't want to be here. Swipe, you know. At least that's kind of my thing. We have the actual Rizzler in the chat. I see the Rizzler has joined. Oh, dude. I don't think I'm doing it right. I love like the little shh, like, hey, keep it down, girl. Don't go too crazy on me. I still don't fully get why the Rizzler and the Boom and the Costco guys are so massive. Like, I see their gimmick and their shtick, but why do people just love them? I don't know. Maybe they're just likable people. I guess they're kind of cringy, likable kind of people. Scripted engagement is the easiest way for people to skip. So good for you. And I appreciate it, man. Yeah. I mean, I've definitely seen it with the content so far that we've been uploading on their channels that it's getting much more much higher engagement than what they were doing previously. Where it was like, here at Aquadream, our tempered glass has a 91.5% light transmittance, meaning they have a crystal clear viewing experience. Unlike acrylic glass, which can scrape and scratch over time and yellow with age, with tempered glass, you have a nice crystal clear experience to be able to enjoy it for many years to come. Make sure to follow and like for more. Like, oh God. Might as well just have a robot doing this stuff for you, you know what I mean? No. They're coming anyways. The robots are coming, but you know, while the strip is sinking, have fun while we're doing it, I guess, right? Well, until my social media jobs are become obsolete. But I also say that with scripted stuff, though, it's like if you mean scripted, it doesn't just mean it's because all of our at least all of our TikToks and our videos and stuff like that we have been making, I do write scripts for them, and I read them off, just so I don't like do ums or ahs. Makes it easier in the edit and things like that. But it's actually me writing them out, trying to make something that's engaging that people want to hear and talk about, right? And so I think maybe you meant like scripted ads and just like almost paid marketing, right? Just no, get it out of here. No one wants to see an ad. Mostly in marketing, so I can appreciate your approach. I appreciate it, Reef. Yes, Reef Daddy, thank you. Do they give you some creative freedom? Oh yeah, I get a pretty good amount of creative freedom. Obviously, keep it within reason, right? I'm not going off the rails like Nutter Butter's TikTok. Which, if you guys have not seen Nutter Butter's TikTok, I suggest giving it a watch. And then I would also suggest trying to figure out the contact information of their social media manager, because I think they might need help. Because it is wild. Yeah, see, Reef Daddy knows all about it. Nutter Butter's TikTok is wild. You're like, is everything okay? But I try to like maybe go a little bit along the lines of say like maybe not as far as say like a Duolingo, but I do love their strategy that they do with Duolingo. They really do a great job of, a lot of times rounding it back to the product, but also not everything has to be about the product. It could also just be a fun video that people will enjoy, And it's the hard part, especially when it comes, the hard part is that like you try to justify something like that to, an upper management type of person you're like, oh yeah, it doesn't say anything about our product or anything, but people will just like it, for brand recognition's sake. And you're like, I guess. And they always find a way to put the owl in it, so there's always that, right? But yeah, I wonder if like I guarantee you there's nobody like a director of marketing. There's no way to direct the executive of marketing at Nutter Butter knows what's going on with their TikTok. There's no way. Like, how does that Nutter Butter content get approved by upper management? It's like, is it still just complete chaos? I gotta look this up right now. It's just so unhinged. I'm so curious. It still is. Oh my god, it's so weird. I mean, they get views, but it's just the weirdest stuff. Like, oh my, like, what is this, dude? It's like one of those things where, like, yeah, it will get you views, but, like, is it the right kind of views? Is this getting you the right kind of attention? By the way, did you also notice that Nutter Butter, the official Nutter Butter page only follows Pitbull? Like, that's the only account that they follow is Pitbull. Now I'm like, I think you're trying too hard on the memes. Like, come on, Pitbull? That's like a 2010 meme right there. Come on. Mr. Worldwide, by the way. They hired an active D-seeker as their marketing manager. Whatever they did, man, it's wild. I do not agree with it. You will not see that on Aquadream. I can guarantee you that much. I guarantee if I upload that, my boss will be like, "What did you just do?" I can't say the D word on TikTok. LOL. I mean, there's actually things I can't say on TikTok because because there's a voice recognition that happens with TikTok on their algorithms where if I try to direct people's traffic in a specific way, TikTok gets upset with me and then flags the stream and bumps us down in priority. And we don't want to do that. No, we don't want that to happen here. What's up, JP? Thanks for coming by the live stream. But yeah, no, I adore Duolingo's strategy when it comes to social media. I think they absolutely nailed it. I think they are the most followed TikTok page. Let's see, most followed, like followed TikTok page. Where we at? Oh, it's still no, it's still Cobain Lame, the guy that goes. Last time I checked, he was like getting like no views though. Oh no, I'm not even close to the. I think they're around 8 million. I think followers on there. What's Duolingo's count? I think they're around 8 million, right? I think probably out of like. Oh my god! You won't guess what? Pull up TikTok. Guess what happened? Duolingo. I do follow them though, so there is that. But still, wild. Does Aquadream invest in Google and Facebook ads as well? Yes, we do. Yeah, we do some Google ads out there. I've helped out a little bit. I want to help out a little bit more with that as well here, just to try to set things up with search engine optimization and key and content that we post on there as well. Just because I want to make it a little bit more engaging for people to select something. Oh, yeah, Duolingo has 17 million followers on their page. They make such great stuff, though. Like, but they've gone to the point where they have like full on like productions, but they're like total memes, but they're also really fun at the same time. But yeah, Duolingo's great. We'll definitely be in touch to pierce the veil of the aquarium elite brands. Oh, well, yeah. Feel free to send me a DM here on TikTok, man. I do read all of our DMs, all our comments, things like that. I'm the one who reads it. I'm the one who replies to them. So it's definitely a HMU. Hit me up. you know. But yeah, love the. But yeah, social media I've always really found really enjoyable though as a platform to engage people with. And I think it's such a unique platform and so interesting and no other way, at least when it comes to like marketing or anything like that, social where like you get instant feedback from people and if you make and it ultimately rewards good content ultimately, right? It's not like what it's like TV marketing, right? Where like you just pay to be on there, and then depending on how much you pay is how many plays you get. There is a little bit of that now, obviously with social media the way it is nowadays. But for the most part, like TV ads. Like sometimes I see TV ads, I'm like, that got approved by who? And they spent millions of dollars to do this. I could do way more interesting stuff with a tenth of that budget. But that's how people want to spend their money. It's tough marketing, though. Digital marketing was in dire need in 2020 to 2021. Very true, yeah. Now they're the first on the chopping block. Yeah. Which is so weird to think about because digital marketing is the way to go. I can't think of like physical marketing, like printed ads. Where's that going? TV ads? What are you doing with that? Radio ads, I guess, or anything like that? No, it's social. Everyone has a phone. Everyone has a social media platform as their choice. It's the future of marketing, ultimately, in my opinion. Yeah. But a lot of people are so caught up with the traditional methods that they before you could just pay your way to victory, and now you actually have to make good content and pay your way to victory. Well, it is what it is here on the internets here. But for the meantime, we got amazing aquariums, though. I mean, look how happy these fish are. I mean, look at these guys swimming around, being happy. It's a little bit of a down day because we're going to do like a flushing system right now when it comes to our aquarium. That's what hence all the water bubbles in here. Usually it's a lot more calm than it is right now. Let me tell you that tomorrow stream, this water's gonna be extra clear, Instagram worthy. Does Aquadream make skimmers? Yes, we do. Actually, do I have one laying around here? No, I don't have one laying around, but we do have one. It is on our TikTok shop. If you are curious to check it out. We do various different sizes of them as well. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think we have like 4 to 6 different sizes of protein skimmers. You can see, I'll show you right down here. I will warn you, it's not the cleanest system, right? I've only been here for a couple weeks, but I'll let you see behind the scenes here, TikTok, what it looks like with our filtration system. So this is our protein skimmer in the works right here. It's a lovely branded protein skimmer right there, doing its thing down here, cleaning it up. Again, not the cleanest. Like I said, I've only been here for a few weeks. I've been so focused on the content side of things, I haven't had time to fully clean out the tank. I wish I did have time to clean out this tank to make it a little bit more social media friendly. Maybe I could spend a week cleaning this thing out and convince my boss to be like, hey, I need to clean this tank out so like when I shoot it, it actually looks presentable. Because we actually just had this tank in our office where it just kind of has like the office tank, and so like no one really took the time to make sure it stayed like immaculate, you know. Well, if you need any advice, let me know. Hey, Reeve, if you send me a DM or something like that, we'll definitely reach out to you for like a little friendly back and forth on like how they clean things out and stuff like that. Because I would definitely like to have it set up in a way right here where I can just like, pop this open and be like, social media ready, clean, ready to go. But definitely needs a deep clean. I don't think this thing has ever been cleaned since it's been active. Yeah, this thing's been active for, you can tell, for a while. But yeah, actually, was that a snail down there? Our little snail guy moved a lot since the last time I saw him. Dang, he's on the move. See Kyle in the chat there. Thank you very much for coming by. Also, I just want to say thanks for everyone coming by the stream today. Hope you're all having a great day. We're going to be streaming for probably another 20 minutes or so. Then we're going to wrap things up a little bit here. I got to call it good for a day. If you guys want to catch us next time we do go live, make sure to follow the stream. Make sure you get those notifications and stuff like that. And also keep up to date with any kind of content that we upload. We uploaded a video today talking about the difference between tempered glass and acrylic glass and why tempered glass is kind of the way you want to go if you want some, a quality tank, right? Yes, acrylic is cheaper and probably more flexible and you can do more things with that. But tempered glass is far more durable and just an overall a much better product. It's a little more pricey, but it's worth it, right? You get decades worth of durability out of it. And then what else? In case we have any kind of sales or promotions or anything like that, I'll share with you guys here on social as well. So give us a follow on your preferred social platforms. It makes me look good in front of the boss as well when that happens. But yeah, we're going to be kind of hanging out for a little bit longer on the stream here. What else we got? Air Aid, thanks for coming by the live stream. I see you there. I'll see you again. And then I think the video that we uploaded before today as well was a video talking about large aquariums, right? And we actually I did just record a long form video that's going to be going up on YouTube, hopefully by the end of this week, if not next week. Going nice long form video going in depth about the benefits of like upscaling your tank, right? Going to like that high tier tank of like 260, 300, 400, 500 gallon tanks. I'm trying to talk about the benefits behind those as well. Mainly it's just because like you get to have cooler animals, which is really cool. And also it's much more of like a centerpiece of like you much more to like look at it and get more engagement out of, than like a smaller tank would allow. So we got that coming up, which you probably also should see a few short form videos from that video being posted on here on TikTok as well. But I think I've scheduled out to about 6 short form videos coming from that. So hopefully things turn out all right. We'll see. But yeah. And so, a bunch of other stuff coming in down the line as well. So make sure you guys tap follow and like. Always do appreciate that. Of course, the fact you guys want to spend your time here. There's a million different things you can do. Probably actually at this point, a billion things you could do online. And the fact you want to come by here and spend your time is always greatly appreciated. Thank you all very much. for making the stream awesome. I really appreciate the engagement we got in chat today. It makes live streaming so much easier and so much more bearable when at least you have like at least one other person to talk to. Or in that case, or in the case that we had the stream today, a couple people, which is awesome. We're kind of trying to build up this audience. We're trying to build a community around aquatics, and trying to make something out of this. That's the attempt being made right now. I also want to say, like, if you guys want, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't say this, but also please check, feel free to check out your shops that we have on our social platforms. Definitely helps us out when it comes to knowing what you guys like, and also you do get 5% off your first purchase if you go to a different web-based location. That if I mention it on TikTok's algorithm, it will flag the live stream as me like directing traffic. But if you typed in Aquadream USA, you might be finding something online that would be very beneficial for you to save 5% off your first purchase. Sabrina, thanks for coming by the live stream. Hope you're having a great day out there. I wonder how it is when it comes to TikTok live streaming. Like, obviously people are probably just doom scrolling, like, oh yeah, the world's on fire, everything is awful, yeah. Funny meme, that's good, I'll share that with my friend or my loved one. And then you see me. You're like, what? Why is this guy talking to me on the internet? I was enjoying my own private little time to myself. I wasn't trying to share this. What is this? What is this experience I'm having right now? Well, it's just because you found yourself in the right spot. If you found this live stream in your algorithm, congratulations, you're on the right side of the algorithm. Because yes, that's why. Hashtag fish talk, obviously. Hashtag Aquadream. The best type of dream you can have is aquatics, obviously. Duh. But yeah. Got a lot of stuff going on. Over the weekend was crazy for me. Mainly because do we have any gamers in the chat? I'm curious. Because there's been a lot of big news in the last few days about gaming that I've been like, oh, that's wild. Just last week we had the update for Dansk. You dabble in a little Rocket League? Alright, I'd like to see that. I've never tried it. Never tried Rocket League. I get it though. I get it. I've seen it. I've seen the gameplay. Never played it, but I get it. And yeah, that one's really. It seems pretty fun, right? With the different type of vehicles and the way it works out, the mechanics of it, playing with the physics and all that stuff. It looks really fun. I've seen some wild clips. That was like, that's just impressive. I never played it, but I appreciate it, kind of thing. Like last week, we had just a week ago now. From this point, we had the update for Call of Duty Warzone with Verdansk coming back. And not only was the map coming back, but it was like a complete reset of like Call of Duty Warzone, which was amazing. I miss old Warzone. I played it all the time back in 2020. I heard the Verdansk update was horrid. I don't know where you're probably on the negative side of the gaming algorithms out there, because for everyone who I've talked to, videos I've watched, people I've played with, everyone's loving it. It's like it's called Warzone's back. Back to 2020 days, really. They really just brought it all back. I made the game good again. So, fantastic to see that. But, no, it's back, dude. We've been playing that a bunch. And then, like, over the weekend, Bungie released revealed their new game, Marathon, which I'm super excited about. I'll keep it on the DL a little bit. I'm actually a content creator for Marathon, which is cool. I'll be playing that alpha on the 23rd. Very excited about that. And then today, the news of like the leaked images of the Oblivion remake. It's a real thing. It's happening. It's been crazy the last couple of weeks. But I'm on Wi-Fi right now, so maybe when I run Ethernet. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Definitely do that. But yeah, no, Warzone's awesome, man. Warzone's back, dude. It's so back. They didn't just bring back the map; they reset everything to make the game actually fun again. I've been hesitant to play solo just because solo VR, especially I remember in Warzone, could be a little bit of a pain. But it's probably because I just get really impatient with things. when it comes to engagements and stuff like that. But I've had fun. I've had fun. My friends got back on and played. It was like 2020 all over again. It was great. The boys are back. Kind of moment. Um, yeah, a lot of crazy stuff's been going on. I'm definitely excited about Marathon. That's a game that looks really cool. I've been needing a new extraction shooter to play. But yeah, oh, big time gamer guy over. I've been doing it my whole life. Ever since Mario. I think the first game I ever played was Super Mario 3 on the Nintendo Entertainment System. And that's because like my dad got it for us. He just figured little kids like video games, right? And it was like back then it was like relatively new tech. Remember doing co-op with my brother. He always had to play as Mario, so I always ended up playing as Luigi, which is fine. I actually like playing as Luigi more anyways. He's taller. But ever since then, it's just been gaming. Just clicking heads, you know. Was that Tammy? I see you there over in the chat. Thank you very much for coming by. Hope you're having a great day as well. I guess we can probably talk about other stuff besides irrelevant things like gaming. And we do have about another 15 minutes or so before we wrap things up here. Beacon Hill gang, welcome back. I see you there. Appreciate you coming back. Hopefully you've having a good day so far. It's been a full 24 hours, Beacon. We've really missed you. I was like, when is Beacon Hill gang coming back? Come on. We need some beacons from the hill. And I'm glad that's at least happening now. But you can also kind of check out other things here. We got like this other tank. Actually, let me just show you guys over here. So I think TikTok's probably the only group right here that's actually active on this point right now. So we got this tank over here. We also have this tank over here. Hopefully you guys can see. I'm trying to monitor this through my monitor right here. Okay, so you can see this tank right here. We have. Let me try to rotate a little bit more. Hang on. There we go. Rotate a little more. There we go. Something like that. So this is one of another tanks right here. So I got my jacket on top of that. But this tank right here, again, functions very similar to, say, this tank right here that we have. Same kind of idea. That, tempered glass right here, same type of build and everything like that. Just a different type of structure that you can see within our tanks that we have right here. So you can just see we have a little bit of variety when it comes to different styles of tank. Actually, this one would be a sump system worth showing. The only issue is that it has not been put together because I've been so busy making content, I haven't had time to put this together. But maybe I can make this into a video itself of me just trying to figure out how to put this whole thing together. I would just need some instructions or something because I have never put together a sump system. But that would be something I think worth making a video about, showcasing like, hey, if I can do it, heck, anybody can do it, you know? Because of, it looks a little intimidating, but you soon find. But I've seen like the what do you call it, the instruction manual, very similar to say like an IKEA build almost in a way. That's kind of how we have things set up here, where a lot of the heavy lifting is kind of already done. All you gotta do is just kind of click things together and you're ready to go. So building these aquariums is actually really not too complicated. And it's nice quality. Sturdy aluminum build right there with nice tempered glass as well. I did have a video go live on our TikTok earlier today, or not only just TikTok, but also on all of our social platforms, talking about the difference between tempered glass like this right here and acrylic glass. Well, they both have their pros and their cons. I would say tempered glass is probably the better way to go, just because of like the durability that comes with something like tempered glass over acrylic, which can kind of scratch, it can yellow, it can just deform over time. It's not that great, right? It definitely could be better. And so, stuff like that, you know. Let's get you guys set up back on the tripod here. Of course, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to drop them in the chat down below. Deadpool Reap, look at you coming in the chat. I loved Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh my gosh. I laughed so hard in that movie. So good. The scene with Chris Evans, you thought everyone was going to be, you thought he was going to say Avengers Assemble, but then he says Flame On and it ends up being the Human Torch. Oh my god, dude, that was so funny. I would have thought Marvel, or not, I guess Disney, would have allowed something like that to happen, you know? It's like, because that Fantastic Four movie was not good. And then the fact that they referenced towards it is just hilarious. It was definitely the highlight of the movie for me was that scene. It was so funny. The Rancho Kid, thanks for coming by. Appreciate you coming by. Checking it out right here. Checking it out. AJ, what's up? Thanks for coming by the stream right there. Yeah, we're just kind of hanging out with our fish. We had a little feeding frenzy earlier. By the way, did you notice how clean the water is now? I mean, we have a lot of air bubbles right now because it's going through like a cleaning process right now. All those flakes that we put into this tank earlier to feed our small fish, no longer floating around anymore. They already got through the filtration system and everything's looking quite fantastic, if I do say so myself. Right? That's one of the benefits of our systems when it comes to very highly efficient sump systems that make things nice and clean, very quickly, and it's just easy. It just makes things easy to do. You don't have to worry about maintaining your tank as much, right? You get some more time appreciating than maintaining. That's one of the benefits of our aquariums here. EDDIE. Thanks for coming by the live stream. I had to say it that way just because it's all caps and periods, you know, so I was like, EDDIE. Hi, thanks for coming by the live stream. Reminds me of this guy on TikTok. I think the page is just called Facebook comments, if I remember correctly. Dude's hilarious. Just reading a bunch of boomers, like, comments on the most cringy posts, and you're like, oh my god, dude. It's like, why are people so weird on Facebook? No offense to the Facebook people here. I'm sure all you are just fine people. Fine people on both sides. But some of the comments I read, I'm like, oh, why? Ew, don't say that. Ew. Why would you do that? Some very lonely people there online, I guess is the way to phrase it. But yeah. Maybe tomorrow I should bring in my guitar tomorrow. We can sing songs about fish or something like that, right? That'd be fun. But yeah. You know, it's all good stuff here. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to wrap things up on the live stream here. We're getting pretty close to the end. Again, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you tap like, give us a follow, helps us out a ton. Lets me look good in front of the boss as well, which is more important than anything else. Job security, let's go. If you guys want to keep up to date when it comes to our content, we're going to be uploading very frequently, especially on our YouTube as well as on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Doing some more live streams. We'll be live around the same time as well tomorrow. Talking about aquariums. We talked about marketing today. We talked about aquariums. We talked about different types of fish that can go in an aquarium as well, and everything in between there. Pretty good stuff. Had a good time right there for sure. And if you guys want to catch us next time we go live, make sure to give us a follow so you get those notifications when we go live. And also give us a like, which helps us a lot on the algorithm side of things. So people know the stuff that we do here is good content. People like it, right? And also on top of that, we want to make sure that everything is good when it comes to TikTok and all our other social platforms. We're uploading a lot of content out there. Check out our new videos. They just went live today talking about tempered glass versus acrylic glass and the difference in the important differences between those two. And we have a lot more stuff coming out for you guys as well. So hopefully you want to come along for the ride. Join in with the community here about Aquadream. Make sure to check out our shop as well. Helps, if you have anything you want to know more about, feel free to drop a DM for us as well. I read those comments. I read the DMs. If anyone's replying to you on social, it's me. I'm the one doing it. I'm the social media manager, so that's what I'm doing. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I do appreciate everyone coming by, hanging out very much, and I'll have to catch you all in the next one. So let's wrap things up here. YouTube, you're going to be the first ones to go. My apologies. We love you here, but sometimes all good things have to come to an end. Like